Social Security, and the shocking reality with these monthly benefits. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video, I want to share with you the details of a new study that was released specifically focused on Social Security and how beneficiaries are getting hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of lifetime benefits. That's a lot of money, so let's get into it and talk through all the details of this study and what they're now showing. However, really quickly before we do, I'd like to give a huge thank you to the sponsor here on the channel, Aura, as they are helping me protect my personal information online. I recently signed up with the link down below in the description for a free 14-day trial, and by doing so, they showed me just how much of my personal information has been exposed on the dark web. I was completely shocked with how much they showed me and who has my personal information. If you want to sign up for a free 14-day trial, make sure to check out those links down below in the description. At the top of the comment section as well, I have a pinned comment there. Make sure to sign up and you will see just how much of your personal information is out there. They will go to work protecting your personal information online, and again, you will be surprised to see how much they'll find for you. So again, check out those links down below or simply go to aura.com/blindtobillionaire. That is aura.com/blindtobillionaire. All right, so I want to talk about the details of this study that was released talking about Social Security. So here's what they did. They took two separate beneficiaries who claimed their benefits at very different times in their life, as in their ages that they claimed their benefit. Then they fast forwarded several years out into the future to see how much lifetime benefits did these beneficiaries actually receive. You'll clearly see here the numbers are very, very similar, even though in this example here and these two beneficiaries that we're talking about claimed their benefits at very, very different times of their life. So let's get into it and buzz through all the numbers and all the details of this report. It's actually very fascinating to see this, and you'll clearly see the major differences behind all this. All right, so I want to condense all this. It's actually a pretty long report. There's a lot of information about this, but again, I want to condense it as short as I possibly can here in this video for you. All right, so here's what it comes down to. They have two people in this example here, and these two people have the exact same birth date, okay? They were born the exact same day on the exact same year. Therefore, their full retirement age is also the exact same time. In this example, these two people have a full retirement age of 66 and 10 months, okay? So that is what it is in this example right here, okay? Now let's continue to work through all the details of this and when these beneficiaries claim their benefit, as well as how much they got after many, many years out into the future. Again, like I said, it's pretty fascinating. And the numbers, by the way, are pretty big too. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars here. All right, so here's what it comes down to. These two individuals are, again, the same exact age. One person claims their benefit at the age of 62. The other person decides to claim their benefit at their full retirement age, which is 66 in 10 months, okay? Now, these people also had the exact same earnings throughout the course of their life, and at full retirement age, they would both be claiming the exact same benefit amount, which happens to be $2,000 in this example, okay? Now, obviously, this is a hypothetical example, but this is a study that was released, and again, pretty fascinating stuff here, okay? But either way, this is the scenario for a lot of people out there. So here's what it comes down to. These two individuals turn the age of 62. The first person says, hey, I want to enjoy my life now. I'm going to start claiming my Social Security benefit early at the age of 62, okay? Well, as a result of that, they start claiming their benefit and they start getting those monthly checks. However, their monthly checks are about 30% less than they actually would be because they claim their benefit early at the age of 62 versus waiting for their full retirement age, which, by the way, you'll clearly see here in this example, the person claiming early, even with a reduced benefit, is honestly not that far behind, okay? You'll clearly see that here in just a second. Now, we fast forward another, 4 years and 10 months, almost 5 years later, when person number two decides to claim their benefit at their full retirement age of 66 and 10 months old, okay? So now, here they both are. They're both 66 years old and, 66 and 10 months old. Sorry, 66 years and 10 months old, okay? So now here we are all this time later. Person one has been claiming their benefit for 4 years and 10 months, nearly 5 years they've been claiming their benefit. Meanwhile, person two just submitted their application and is now getting their first payment at their full retirement age, 66 years and 10 months old, okay? Pretty interesting. So obviously at this point, person number one, who's been claiming their benefit for nearly 5 years, is way ahead of the game. They have tens of thousands of dollars worth of Social Security benefit earnings already. And again, person number two is just getting their first check, right? So you would probably think, well, person number one, who's been getting their benefit for all this time now, is going to be way ahead of the game. Well, yes and no, but let's walk through the details about this. Now let's fast forward 10 years out into the future, okay? So now these two individuals are now 77 and 10 months old, okay? So they're 77 years and 10 months old. Now let's look at their lifetime earnings across the board here and see what this whole thing shakes out to be. And again, pretty surprising stuff, but here's what it comes down to. Person number one, this person has been claiming their benefit for just under 15 years, 14 years and 10 months. Remember, they claimed their benefit at the age of 62 early because they wanted to enjoy their life, even though their benefit would be a little bit smaller. They thought, doesn't matter to me. I just want the money on an ongoing monthly basis. I want to enjoy my life. I want to get my monthly checks. Awesome. You can do that. There's no problem at all. Well, after these 14 years and 10 months, so nearly 15 years of time, this person has collectively gotten $303,500 of lifetime earnings so far out of Social Security. Let me say that again. $303,500. It's a lot of money. That's like the price of a house. I mean, that's like the price of a nice house. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money right there. $303,000 in just under 15 years' time, okay? Not bad. Now get this. And by the way, this person has been enjoying their life. For the last nearly 15 years, they've been getting ongoing monthly checks every single month after month after month from the Social Security Administration. They're pretty happy, right? They're getting these pretty cool checks every single month, and they're just doing whatever they want. Now, obviously, I mean, the money is only so much. It's not like, they're getting $1 million a month. That's not what it is. But either way, they're still enjoying life, right? Now, here's the thing. Person number two, they waited until their full retirement age. For whatever reason, they just decided, I want to wait until my full retirement age. 66 years and 10 months old, okay? Now here we are exactly 10 years later, as they're both 77 years old and 10 months, 77 and 10 months old, okay? Now here's what it comes down to. Person number two, they're getting a higher benefit amount on a monthly basis because they waited until their full retirement age, but they've also been claiming their benefits for nearly 10 years. Meanwhile, person number one has been claiming their benefit for nearly 15 years, right? Here's the numbers behind it. Person number two collectively so far has gotten lifetime earnings of $309,000, just under $310,000 of how much lifetime earnings they have received. So meanwhile, we have person number one who's been enjoying life for nearly 15 years, getting checks from Social Security. Meanwhile, person number two has been receiving checks for for 10 years now. Person number two has been receiving checks for 10 years, and they have collectively gotten essentially the exact same dollar amount. Now, obviously, it's not the exact same. The difference is about $6,000, but you can see it's nearly the same. I mean, it's very, very close to the same after all of these years right now, right? So now we might be looking at this and thinking, okay, why would I just claim my benefit early at the age of 62? You're right. Good question. Now, here's what it comes down to. And again, I want to point this out. This is one of the major things we want to take into consideration when it comes to Social Security. We now need to look at life expectancy, okay? So here's the thing. If both of these individuals live until the age of, say, 90 or 95, let's just say 95, for example, here, because that's honestly not that far-fetched. I mean, seriously, 95 is not, an unachievable thing these days, right? A lot of people are living, well into their 90s now. So let's just say this much. Let's just say that these two individuals live until the age of 95, okay? A long time out from right now. What is that even? Another 17 years? I think the math is right on that. 17 years is what it comes out to be. That'd be awesome, right? Well, here's the thing. The person who claimed their benefit early, technically, their lifetime earnings would be significantly less if we fast forward another 17 years out until the age of 95. Meanwhile, the person that waited until their full retirement age is going to be way, way further ahead in full lifetime earnings, if they live until 95, both of them, right? So that's one thing that we need to take into consideration. And what they also pointed out in this study as well is lifetime earnings are based on when benefits are claimed, and then of course life expectancy as well. But either way, you can clearly see here for basically the first 10 to 15 years of when somebody claims their benefit, they're basically right at break even up until the age of about 77 to 78 in this example right here. Now, I've talked about it before in other videos, and I want to point this out really quickly. For the vast majority of people, break even for that person, whether they claim their benefit at the age of 62 or they claim their benefit at full retirement age or even the age of 70. Break even on all three of these examples is generally anywhere between the ages of about 77 to 81, give or take a little bit, okay? That's generally the break even across all of these. Whether somebody claims their benefit at 62, their full retirement age, or if they wait until the age of 70, doesn't really matter. The break even across the board is usually somewhere between about that 3-year time span, about 77 to 78, somewhere between there and out to about 81. So again, you can clearly see that. So if somebody lives a lot longer, then obviously if they wait to claim their benefit to their full retirement age or they wait until the age 70, then full lifetime benefits would obviously be a lot more. But if that person, lives until, say, 81 or something like that, literally it would not matter for the most part when they claim their benefit, whether it was 62, full retirement age, or age of 70, it's all going to be about the same, give or take a little bit there. So pretty interesting study, but again, that's a lot of money over the course of those 10 to 15 years here in this example, and full lifetime earnings, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars per beneficiary. Pretty amazing stuff, right? So again, pretty interesting, but I thought it was very fascinating. I was just reading through the details of this report. And again, I want to come back here really quickly and share this with you because, a lot of times you hear all this stuff out there coming up in articles and people talking saying, oh no, you shouldn't claim your benefit at 62. But really? Is that really the best solution for everybody? I don't really think so. Here's the thing. It's different for everybody, okay? For some people, it makes perfect 100% sense to claim your benefit at 62. For other people, you might want to wait until your full retirement age. And for other people, it might make sense to wait until 70. But there's always a lot of bad publicity out there saying, oh, you shouldn't claim your benefit at 62. I wouldn't say that. I definitely would not say that at all. For some people, it makes perfect sense to claim benefits at 62 or well before full retirement age. So anyway, I thought this was very fascinating. I want to share with you really quickly. Now, obviously, the study was way more in depth than what I shared with you here in this video. But again, I wanted to crank it out really quickly here, give you all the details, and to shake it all out so you can clearly see what is going on here and the numbers behind fixed income beneficiaries. Anyway, hope you found this to be interesting. Again, make sure to check out those links down below in the description and at the top of the comment section to check out Aura for your 14-day free trial. Again, you'll be completely surprised with how much information they will find for you that's out there, leaked on the dark web. Not a great situation. Otherwise, please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the information or share this video with your friends, family, and social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands and thousands of videos shared on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later in the next video. I'll see you for now.